Computer science practical programs in Python. The first program which I wanted to discuss here is about the prime number. So you all know that the prime number means it is starting from 2, and also we can say that a prime number will be having uh, having the number as well as only 1 as the multiple of it. That's a prime number. So we are going to find it out, and since it is starting from 2, our for loop will be taking the value from 2, and we wanted to find out whether it is math dot square root of the num plus 1. And then after, what we will be doing means the number and the I value we will be means dividing and finding whether it is equal to 0. Okay, and then we have set a value is prime equal to true, and if this means if it is equal to 0 means it is having multiples, right? So nextly we will be checking if it is prime, then it is a prime number, else it is not a prime number. So 12 means it is a multiple of different numbers. 2 is there, 3 is there, 6 is there, all those are the multiples. So 12 cannot be a prime number. Nextly I am checking for 1, 2, 3. It is also we can say that it is not a prime number since it is multiples of different numbers. Now 13, 17, all these are the prime numbers. So let me check with 17. So 17 we can say that it is a prime number because it is having the multiple as 1 and the number itself only. So the next program which I wanted to discuss here is about the factorial program. In this factorial program, what happens means we are finding the factorial of a particular number. So here we can see factorial we have already done with factorial of a number, that is here we goes with we will be finding until it is greater than 1 fact or value already given to 1. So fact equal to fact into num, and each time we are minusing the value of num. That's what we are doing in this. So fact of 5, it is equal to 120. So here we goes with fact equal to 1, n equal to num greater than 1, then fact equal to fact into num. So first 5 value means first we will be getting the value as 5, then fact into 1 we will be getting 5, and again what we have is fact value is equal to fact into num. Then we will be going for we will be going and checking whether it is 5 into 1 5, then we will be going and checking their num equal to num minus 1. So we are having there 5 minus 1, so we'll get 4. Again we will go for checking the num, that is num greater than 1, that is yes 4 is greater than 1. Then again we will be having there fact is equal to fact into num, that means the fact value we already got there 5 into 4 we got 20. Again we are giving the value num equal to num minus equal to 1, that means num equal to num minus 1. So 4 is again becoming 4 minus 1 3. So again 3 is greater than 1. Again we are going and checking fact is equal to fact into num. Fact value was 20. 20 into 3 we are getting 60. Again num minus 1 means we will be getting the value 2. Again we are checking yes num is greater than 1, that is 2 is greater than 1. So we will be having their fact is equal to fact into num. So fact value we got last was 60. 60 into 2 we got 120. Again we are checking means num is equal to num minus 1, then the value is becoming 2 minus 1 1. 1 is not greater than 1, 1 is equal to 1. So we have to stop the condition there and print the factorial, that is factorial of 5 is 120. So this is the way we wanted to repeat for each numbers. Again, we are going to find here about reading the file line by line. Here you can see read line is used for reading the line. 3 lines I have written read line function, and x, y, z. All the 3 lines I want to print. So here I goes with giving the file number, file name. So I want to check whether file is there and how I am giving the file name. Please check it. That is like I wanted to find from the properties the file name. That means the location I wanted to copy there, then only I'll be able to do with it. So here we goes with creating a new text file and giving a name to it, that is python.txt, because we don't have a text file means we wanted to create it. Now I wanted to write something inside it. Let's write anything. Okay. I love Python programming. Okay, it is very easy to learn. These are the things we are going to type with. Okay. So we got it. So let's check it. Okay. It is easier than any other programming language. It's a high level language. So different things I'm writing on the text file and checking. Means I wanted to read it 3 lines. That's why I have written 3 lines there, because I have given the 3 readline function there. So let's go for taking the means right click button, and then I wanted to go to the properties. Last one, properties. From that I wanted to copy the location of it. Then Control C I have pressed, and then I'll be just giving the means in the run session I have the file name to give. So I'll be using here Control V, which I copied, and the name I have given was python.txt. So see, all the 3 lines which I have typed there has come here. Love Python programming. It's very easier than any other programming language. It's a high level programming language. So everything is come here. So this is the way how we are reading the line by using the read line function. Simple read line function. Now we goes with the next program, that is write a program to find the occurrence of any word in a given sentence. Okay, so here we goes with to find that we wanted the split function, because we wanted to find the each and every word, and I'm just for putting a for loop, find it whether it is equal to word means I wanted to count it. So let me enter the sentence here, and from the sentence I wanted to find out how many times the particular word is occurring. See here children, I have typed here with I love car, I love chocolates, I love traveling. Now the word which I wanted to search for, love is the word, so it is occurring. Love occurs 3 times in the particular sentence. That's what I wanted to find here. Okay, so here we goes with taking the word means the only thing you wanted to keep in mind is that if you wanted to find the word, we wanted to keep in mind of the split function. So here we goes with the fifth program, that is write a program to read and display the file content line by line with each word separated by the hash. So here we goes with giving it python.txt. We already know what is the content of python.txt. So each and every line we are ending with what? Hash. Each and every content of the file, each word we wanted to separate it by giving the hash symbol there. That's what we have done. So here if we goes with the next program to find to count the number of consonants, uppercase, lowercase, vowels and other characters. So here we goes with entering the file name, then we want to open the file, then we are checking here vowels we already given a, e, I, o, u, we already know it, and we have given all it to 0. So see here, understanding. Location for everything what we wanted here as the important one as the location of each and everything. So let's enter the file name. abc.txt. So these are the number of vowels, then consonants, capital letters, small letters in a file, okay, and other characters also. So this is the way how you wanted to find it. That means we will be checking whether it is a vowel, means whether it is in a, e, I, o, u, that is vowels is equal to we have already given. So in that we need to check, and then after that we are checking whether it is an uppercase or a lowercase, and then we are counting each letters from each number of consonants, vowels and also other characters in it. Now here we go, set write a program to get the roll number, name, mark of student and store it in a file. So here we go, set we open the file, how many number we wanted. Next we opened a for loop and entered the name, roll number and also mark. Now we have written it to the file. Okay, the same thing, slash abc.txt, same file I'm using here, so it will be getting rewritten. How many number to be stored, we are giving a number there, and then after I wanted to enter the number here, that is the name, roll number we need to give there and also the mark of it. Okay, so 3 numbers we have asked to store, so it will be giving with 3 numbers, 3 students details it will be giving us with. So here it goes. Okay, and it has stored to the file. This is the way how we are showing it to be stored into the file. Now write a program to copy the contents of a file and read from a file. So we wanted to open 2 files here, I file and also O file. I file we want to open in the read mode and O file we wanted to open in the write mode. Now we wanted to read the first one, that is input file we want to read, and then we wanted to check, we wanted to replace the a with at, that's what we want to, and then we wanted to write into the second output file and we want to close it. So let's see it. We want to enter the file names. First file I'm giving it as same location. For any file to be entered you have to give there with the location, then only you wanted to specify how to give the what file name of it. Location is very important. File 1 and also file 2, that's what I have given, but the location has been copied. So what is there in file 1, that has been shown there, 24 Hiba 56 and also 25 Nashua 45. This is what my file was. So let's check it. File 1 and also file 2. File 1 was that and file 2 getting copied with the same. That is we wanted to replace A with at. So Nashua's and Hiba's A was getting replaced as at. So that's what we have. Nextly, we are moving on with the next file to search for any word in a given string. Okay, here I am making use of the same like which we have done before. That is, we are making use of the split function and we will be using the for loop and finding whether the particular word is present or not. So here we goes with, okay, this is what my computer, your computer, our computer, and everyone's computer, that is the readings we had. So let's search the word computer. How many computer was there? I hope it was 4. Yeah, occurrence of the word is 4. So this is what we wanted to find it out, means occurrence of a particular word. In this you wanted to remember about the split function. Nextly, which we are discussing is about the binary file. How to create a binary file to store the roll number, name, mark, and search for the roll number. If it is not found, if it is found, we want to display the name and mark, and if it is not found, we wanted to give roll number not found. Here we are using the import pickle function and then opening the file and entering the details, and if we are appending to the list, then we are dumping. By using dump, we are writing it and then reading using the load function. Here we goes with entering the roll numbers and all. So Wazim's detail, since the roll number was there, it has printed like that. So let's see how we are getting without, means if the roll number is not present, what will be the message given to us. That also let's check it once. Okay, load function. In the load function we have given the roll number. If it is equal to that roll number, we want to print the name as well as the mark. That's what the program is. Okay, and we are giving the different details here, and we wanted to check whether if the roll number is not there, what they are printing. That's what we wanted to check here. So I'll be giving some different number. Yes, sorry, the roll number not found. This is the message given for that. So this is the way we are creating the binary file and searching for the roll number, and if it is not found, we will be giving the appropriate message like roll number not found. Now we are moving on with the next one, that is creating the binary file and updation of the marks. That's what we are having over here. So here we goes with same like the first one. That means here we have us entering the mark and details, and then we are using the dump function to record it. Next we wanted to update the mark, means here we wanted to put seek here means moving to the 0th position, first position, and then we are finding the current position of it by using the tell function, then load function for reading it, and while reading we are checking whether it is the roll equal to the roll number. If it is equal to roll number, we will be updating the marks of it. Okay. Mark to be updated. From here anyone you can give. Enter the new mark. Okay, records got updated, and we can once again check if the roll number is not found, what is the message we want to give. That also we can give. Okay, next one, write a program to read the contents of the file line by line and write to another file except the line which contains A in it. That means if it is containing A, we don't have to copy. Same like how we have done the last one. abc.txt, this is the file I am giving. Let's check. And second file also same way. File2.txt. Let's check what is in the ABC file and what is getting copied to the other file. So let's check in ABC file what is there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. India is my country, a developing nation by. This is what we have. Now let's check in the file 2. Okay, so only with A it will not be getting copied. So 1, 2, 3 is not containing any A's. India, from India, A is there. India is having A, so that line is not copied. A developing country, that is also having A, so that's also not copied. So other things are getting copied. That means we are omitting the part which is containing A in it. So next program is about binary file, creating the binary file and reading it. So we already studied import pickle function, and then we want to open it and give enter the input all the details, roll number, name and mark, and we wanted to append it to the list, and then we will be dumping it by using, that is, write function pickle.dump, and then we want to read the content, means we will be using the pickle.load function. So it is just to write and also read those things. So it is just a record header. If now, okay, the contents of a file are shown as a list because we have appended as a list. Now the next program is about the CSV file. That means we wanted to store the EMP number, name and salary, and search for any EMP number and display same like how we have done the binary file. And here the difference is that instead of the load function and also the dump function, here we have writer function and write rows function for writing it, and also the reader function. Sorry, there was wrong because employee number was given as Sania. It is a number we want to give there because int input we have given. So let's go for giving it. Okay, data got saved. Next is 305. Okay, we can search any one of this. So that name is present. So we want to check whether all means what the appropriate message also we want to print it. So let's check it once again with the number not found. Any employee number and name we can give. Another number we have given 3009, it was not there, so not found, and search more. If n is given, it will be stopping there. Now the CSV, creating the CSV file itself to store the roll number, name and marks. So here we goes with just we wanted the write row function for copying into the append, and also only write function we wanted to store only, it is said. Yes. Okay, means when and there they will be storing it in the list. So these are the different programs we want to discuss in the Python programming. That's all. Thank you.